Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Madalena. I'm going to start the webinar today. I hope you are listening to me. At least everything looks fine. Today I'm here all by myself, so hopefully I'll be able to manage this on the technical perspective. So, as a way of introduction, I would like just to uh, welcome you to this webinar today. And to first of all to thank Thomas from Nomad Guide because he addressed this invitation to me just not a long time ago due to the several conversations that there were existing in Nomad Guide. So, and due to these procedural changes that were announced by the immigration office directly to the applicants, many doubts remained, and it's normal. So I hope, honestly, to be able to contribute as much as possible to provide a peaceful feeling to all of these changes. I want to first of all say that I want to transfer an image of optimism to all of you. These are good news. And by the way of introduction, my name is Madalena Monteiro. I'm an independent legal services provider focused on immigration law and citizenship law in Portugal and in Italy. And I have all my career, I have been dedicating myself to support people like you. I have a good track record of processes that I already managed, and I'm able to provide you some legal interpretation about what are these changes about. As a disclaimer, obviously, I need to tell you that most of these changes they apply not only to the new applications, but they also apply to pending processes. So the first thing that I want to tell you is to consult your legal representative and to let you know that this session today is based on the interpretation of these instructions that are provided by the immigration office that sometimes are not so clear as we would wish. And they are continuously being updated. So whatever I say today, tomorrow might be a little bit different, but considering the notification that was sent to all of you and the spirit of the changes that want to be implemented, I believe that my interpretation is correct, but obviously your legal representative will be able better than me to give you the best advice on your specific case. So, just giving you a little bit of context about these changes, why they happened, and according to my opinion, it has pretty much to do with all the delays that most of you have been feeling throughout the last couple of years. Uh, it hasn't been an easy period for the immigration office and for all of you. We know that there is a lot of frustration around the program due to the long timelines and due to the long processing of the applications. Most of these problems they started during the COVID period. As you are aware, for almost 2 years, the immigration office had to cancel all the pending appointments that they had with all of the families, and they had to reschedule these appointments to when the immigration office opened. So this created a big problem in organizing the way that these appointments were all done. Everything, I believe, in my opinion, starts from there. Obviously, when we have the war in Ukraine and the immigration office has to find a way to accommodate all these people that were running away from the war, this also created an impact on the speed of analysis of the process because these applications were being prioritized. And obviously, the transition from the previous immigration office, CEF, to IMA, also created some problems. It was not a perfect transition. However, this caused for since 2022, 2021, that's when most of the applicants started to file the court cases against the Portuguese government. As you probably are aware of, this has been quite a frequent solution for people that have been waiting for so much time to get their process concluded. Nevertheless, the fact is that the government has changed the immigration law in a way that the 5-year clock starts in the moment of the submission to compensate the delay caused by the processing time from the immigration office. However, uh, there were a lot of court cases that became that started to pressure a lot the Portuguese courts. And obviously, when there's such a big pressure in a system that is so small like Portugal, this at a certain moment reaches a higher level in terms of politics, and um, news starts to come out. So on May 2024, we have the first news that that made a call to action to our politicians to start to do something about the delays on the processing of the applications. There, the president of our administrative court of Lisbon stated in the newspaper that there was a dramatic problem where 350,000 court cases were about to be filed. Obviously, the courts have struggled with capacity to deal with such a big volume of new cases, and especially because the type of cases that are submitted, they have an urgent nature, so um, they demand a lot of attention and a lot of resources to 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 be concluded. Then, on the following month, on June 2024, that's when the Portuguese government has presented officially the migration plan, where they announced 14 measures that were developed in the crisis situation, in that had the objective of um, processing these 400,000 applications. And during this, and on the sequence of this event, the government also created the so-called task force that was responsible for analyzing and deciding pending cases of foreigners, and they set as June 2nd, 2025, the objective to clear up all the pending applications, um, and hire more resources to the immigration office to process the applications. Just as a note, uh, almost 95% of the cause of the delay is not due to golden visa applicants, it's other kinds of residence permits. Also, one of the reasons that also contributed to the decrease the number of applications from June 2024 was the elimination of the system of manifestação de interesse. That was the main reason why we were experiencing such a big backlog in the applications. Then on September 24, the task force begins. They open a center in Lisbon where they are processing currently around 6,000 applications biometrics per day. Um, Unfortunately, this operation did not include golden visa applications. So finally, in December 2024, we were all surprised, almost like a Christmas present, with an email from the immigration office directly to the applicants. So it was not sent to the legal representatives, it was directly to you, where mainly they communicate several changes in the procedure that, in my opinion, they are quite positive in the sense that they will prioritize everything that is digital. So, as you probably know, on the current on the previous system, we have a two-stage process where initially the application starts with a submission through a portal called the Golden Visa portal. And on that moment, we have to submit all the necessary documents to receive then the decision of pre-approval. Only after that you come to the biometrics, you deliver the same set of documents in the moment of the biometrics, and only after that your process is analyzed and concluded. So what is the main aspect of these changes is that they are only applicable to new cases and to processes that haven't yet concluded their biometrics, processes that have been submitted and the applicants did not yet reach the biometric stage. Whoever already did the biometrics, whoever received already the card, they are not impacted by these changes. So I also believe that what they did, you were able to see from yourselves, is that they have opened the portal for applicants to submit further documentation. And we do believe that this was done just to eliminate applications that are no longer active. So there are people that have already given up on the program that are still on the queue, and by making people update their documentation, whoever doesn't make the submission of the updated documents in a period of 6 months will be considered that given up on the application. So this is also a way to clear the backlog. It was a little bit similar to what happened with other types of golden visas. They also have created changes in the portal in a way to oblige people to act so that they could understand exactly who was still interested in the process and who was not. And it was a good choice because it eliminated almost 30% of the pending applications on the other residence permits. I personally do not believe that it will have such a big impact on golden visas. However, I can tell you from my personal experience that I already had clients that have given up on the program. So obviously, if they can be eliminated from the system, this helps the immigration office and helps the applicants that are waiting, that they do not have someone in the line that is not really interested in continuing. So right now, what are the procedural changes and what should you do? So to the people that have already pending applications and their process is awaiting for submission, my opinion, nevertheless, you should always consult your legal counsel. My opinion is that you must as much fast as possible update all your documents. So any criminal record that has expired, and this is only applicable to the main applicants, not to the family members. The main applicants will have to update all their documents, the criminal record, and they have to make sure that the process will be digitally submitted as if it was submitted in the biometrics, meaning that all the documents that we are supposed to deliver on the biometric stage should be now uploaded in the portal. Okay. Um, the documents, they need to be at least in English, they need to be certified, apostilled, or stamped in the Portuguese embassy in order to be valid in Portugal. They have some limitations in terms of in terms of size. And also then after you submit all these documentations, you enter into a queue to be called for a biometric appointment starting on January 15, 2025. So it is my impression that um, the current chronologic order that existed prior to they open the cases again for submission of documents is no longer exists. So whoever is going to upload the documents first will start on the line first to be called to the immigration office starting on this date that I just mentioned. They have also announced that these appointments cannot be done or communicated to you with less than 30 days. This is an important thing because a lot of people struggle with obtaining a visa to come to Portugal, and 30 days is the legal. It's the instruction um, that was provided to all the applicants in terms of anticipation to come for the biometrics, and no more than 90 days. The applicants will not be able to select the location for logistical reasons. The immigration office wants to have full control on where you're going to submit your process, and it's highly recommendable that you do not skip this appointment because you have to present a valid reason. In my opinion, a valid reason is based on a health reason or lack of visa to get the appointment. And in this case, you will be rescheduled for the second semester of 2025. So as I was explaining, the new procedure consists in submitting, so you make your investment in Portugal, you submit your documents online through the online portal of the immigration office in a complete full set of documents. Um, when I say full set, I say criminal records, declaration of honor, certificate of no debts to Social Security, to tax authorities, power of attorney to your legal representative, copy of the lawyer bar association. Everything must be uploaded immediately on the initial stage. Then we will have a period of pre-analysis. You will get notification to come for the biometrics. And in the moment of the biometrics, the immigration office will collect the fee payment, which leads me to understand that there's a system of immediate approval in case everything is done properly. And so because of the amount that we are speaking about, and sometimes the terminals of the immigration office do not work as we would like them to work, we do recommend to make sure that you have everything ready to make the payment of 6,045 euros per person on that appointment. Um, as I was saying, I'm going to speak a bit about the impact of these changes in the future applications. So as I was saying, complete documentation submission at the initial stage is crucial. We need to make sure that all the documents are certified and duly legalized. Um, Translations, the immigration office accepts that the documents are submitted in English, I believe in other languages as well, but uh, um, things need to start working to see if they actually are going to start to be accepted also in French or other languages, but at least in Portuguese and in English, uh, that's um, that's going to be accepted. And overall, I think the measure is quite important because it will reduce the timeline of analysis of a process. We skip a duplication of a process. As I was explaining in the beginning, in the previous system, you upload the documents online, you come to the immigration office, you submit the documents again, and then after months later you receive your residence permit. Now the logic is to fully concentrate the process on a digital perspective, and everything must be uploaded through the platform online, and if everything is okay, you pay your immigration office fee in the moment that they collect your biometrics, and the cards will be issued moments after. An important thing is that all the applications that are pending analysis, and if applicants do not do anything in the next 6 months, the immigration office may interpret that you no longer have interest in proceeding with your application. So in terms of conclusions, I think overall these are good news. We should be happy about them. It demonstrates an effort to create more speediness on the process and to make the applications a bit more fair to your side. We need to concentrate all the efforts in making sure that the initial submission is going to be fully complete. Um, Please speak with your legal representatives to make sure what you want to do in your specific case. Um, if you have any specific questions, I'm happy to respond. I'm on Nomad Guide, so you can Madalena Monteiro, that's my name. You can always reach out through Nomad Guide to ask any questions that you may have about the program and the process. It was my pleasure to speak with you today. I hope you found the meeting as much productive as possible. So I wish you a very happy continuation of your day. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.